What's going on? Mic check, 1, 2. What's going on, y'all? All righty. Soundboard good in the neighborhood. Let's get it. What's going on with y'all, man? All righty. I got my birthday is my birthday is on Saturday. So I got a lot going on, trying to figure out exactly what I'm gonna do. Caleb Plant fight. I want to see if I'm gonna order it or if I'm gonna go watch it. You know what I mean? A lot of things going on this month, so I'm trying to get together. I'm finna cash app somebody. I don't even know why. I don't know what I'm doing. What am I doing? Need to gather my bearings. Birthday on Saturday. And man, just trying to get it together, man. You know, that big photo. We up there, stuck there. Look forward to it. Took a long time to get here, you know what I'm saying? But we here now. And we ain't going nowhere. We ain't going nowhere. But yeah, we got a good one for y'all today, man. Excuse me. Got a good one for y'all. All right, so First Lady telling a crazy story. Got her cheeks clapped out. Like somebody clapping in church. You know, in church they be stumping, clapping. That's how she was getting her cheeks clapped out. And not only that, but it was all her husband's idea. You know what I'm saying? And she tell the story, it's crazy. He have a little coworker he trying to mess with. You know, so he try to put something together between them. And between his wife and, you know, the coworker. And it all went downhill. You know, the foursome went wrong. It went wrong. And then we got, hold on, let me see this one right here. Oh, this knucklehead. Oh my god.
Bugs for the single na ang first son, and I'm like so tired of it. I'm independent, but I'm tired of it.
This knucklehead. I hate one of my moving so slow.
Here's the deal. I look crusty right now, but this is my worst look. And this is my best look. I can make candy charcuterie boards. I can make bomb Spotify playlists. I am wifey material.
We got the 19-year-old.
What am I looking for? I'm looking for a tall man, a goofy man, a golden retriever that will sim for me.
But wait! There's more!
Alright, finally. Golly. Jesus Christ. They be trying to make it impossible to do. I'm talking about, oh, this shit just be acting stupid. Then the one I hate this. Could I cuss? What time is it? 106. Oh yeah, I'm fucking cussing.
I've never had any
reason. Shit, man. Sometimes, man, it's like it be so much. You gotta do so much shit, and then they don't even be working right half the time. All right, I gotta go through all this to make sure it's all set up. My bad, y'all. But 19-year-old stole $1 million from her damn job. You know what I'm saying? And got busted. But she'll have to pay $1,000 back, which lets you know the system is fucking broken, right? So, girl getting her cheeks clapped. Girl stole $1 million from work. And we got the single. Hold up. Let me see, man. Jesus Christ. They don't let me do nothing. My program is being disrespectful. Hold on, let me see. Casey looking funny as hell with them. Casey, it thought with the glasses on look like Elvis' daughter or something like that. Oh my God, now this shit wanna lock up. Alright, there we go. That's what the fuck we doing. Kevin Samuels is the last one. He checking this dude. You know, they always talk about talking about the women, but he checking this dude or whatever. And stripped out. So yeah, we are looking into that. Why is this shit doing this? What the fuck is going on? This a bad technology day today, y'all. I gotta close some shit and do some other stuff. That's cool. What are you talking about? What's cool? Mac. What's up, Knit? I don't know what the hell going on with that. So yeah, we finna get this thing started. Let me get these analytics together real fast, man. And I can't see shit right now. Listen. When I tell you this shit going haywire, it's going crazy. Okay, let me see. All right, bam. What's up? I can see you, Annette. What's going on? Annette in the building. My bad, Annette. Everything is going haywire right now, but I'm finna get it together in a quick second. I'm finna stop. I'm finna start handling this computer real rough. Let me see. All right, Mac World, let's go. to the show. Mac World Live Daily. What's going on, y'all? Let's get into it. All right, so first and foremost, man, like I told y'all, man, we got to talk about this girl. She got her cheeks clapped out. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, it's not just that she got her cheeks clapped up. You know what I'm saying? People get their cheeks, you know, girls get clapped out every day, sprayed down. You know what I'm saying? They out here getting sprayed down. But it's a little bit different. This time the husband, he initiated it. Yep, he was like, he seen a girl at work he was liking, you know what I'm saying? Had some shit going on with the girl, but he was married, you know that little work wife shit that be going on, you know what I'm saying? Had some of that going on, and he wanted to bring her. Basically, this is what he wanted to do, right? He wanted to cheat, but he ain't wanted to be caught cheating. He thought he found a little loophole. So he said, you know what? Hey, baby, let's have a threesome. And it ain't, well, a foursome, I guess. It ain't go right. Y'all gotta listen to the story. Let's go.
Cheeks right in front of him, and their relationship has never been the same. Listen, I hope you've got a coffee in hand, because you're gonna want to sit down for this one. Let's get it.
Ever since my husband, 44 male, and I, 40 female, had a four-way with his colleague, 32 female, and her husband, 38 male, my husband has been out of sort and downhearted. My husband got this new colleague about a year ago. At the beginning, I wasn't too worried about it, even if he was talking about her more than his other colleagues.
Okay.
She's awesome, cool, funny, you name it. I met her and her husband at the Christmas party, and she was very outgoing and friendly, especially with my husband. After the party, I asked my husband if there was something between them, and he denied it. I've never had any reasons to distrust him before. I feel like I'm an awesome wife too, and I assume that if he ever found himself to be unhappy with me, he would tell me and move on. Anyway, a few days after my conversation with him about his colleague, my husband confessed that he wanted a swinger-like thing with his colleague and her husband.
Here we go.
He said that she approached him with this proposition a few days before the Christmas party, and that he had been thinking about it ever since. He agreed to her, and they both decided that they would talk to their significant other. So she talked to her husband, and my husband spoke to me. I felt all the air leave my body while he was telling me this. He saw my despair, so he assured and reassured me that they hadn't done anything, and that he wanted me there too, and that he loved me.
Communication is great. Sounds like great communication so far. Let's keep listening.
I don't know why I relented and agreed. Probably because I love my husband and I didn't want to end our marriage. But I did, and I started Googling swingers. It turned out that what he and his colleague wanted wasn't a swinging thing, but rather a four-way. The colleague had fantasies about her husband watching her be with other people. And
So basically, y'all got sucked in. They was already on whatever, you know what I'm saying? Her husband was already, basically this what was going on. The girl was already loose as a goose. Loose as a goose, don't get me started. She was already loose as a goose, right? So she wanted to play it off, and she wanted the lady husband. The husband went home and basically did her bid, and he like, yeah, you know, we should do this. We should, because especially if she's saying that she got fantasies of being with another dude while her husband watched. That just take for her to pick a dude she like, and it's at the expense of her husband. Now, what she did though, was she picked her married coworker. So now that brings this other element into it, which is the coworker's wife. So that's what turned it into, he say a swinging thing. Swinging would have been like, you know, they doing whatever they want to do, like almost like a open marriage, right? But with other couples, like they do things with other couples and shit. But what they was talking about doing was basically just kind of like a couple swapping thing, not a whole full swinging thing, or they wanted to do something together,
And my husband probably
but
just
they
wanted
didn't
to
want
sleep
it
with her without calling
to
it
be a whole
cheating.
big
That's
thing.
absolutely what's
Oh
going on.
shit! Listen.
My husband probably had fantasies about her husband watching her be with other people, and my husband probably just wanted to sleep with her without calling it cheating.
She
That's
just summed up
absolutely what's
everything
going
I was
on.
trying to
Okay.
say.
They made a group chat for the four of us, and I noticed that my husband and his colleague were the driving force, and me and her husband were the reluctant participants. I later asked the husband why he relented, and he said, just like me, he didn't want to lose her and their marriage. I tried to mentally and physically prepare myself.
Both
D-Day
of y'all,
was
both of the dudes was
D-Day.
under the girl's spear.
Funny.
A month ago. If
Both of the dudes was
and they're
under
married.
the girl's spell.
And my husband probably just wanted to sleep with her without calling it cheating. My husband and his colleague were the driving force, and me and her husband were the reluctant participants. I later asked the husband.
Hey, so keep this in mind, y'all. It all stemmed from the woman. It all stemmed from what the woman wanted in the situation. Like the other dude basically couldn't control his wife. She wanted another man. And so now she got her husband on deck for her, and now she got another man on deck for her that happened to be another lady husband. Let's go. It's crazy out here, man.
Why he relented, and he said, just like me, he didn't want to lose her and their marriage. I tried to mentally and physically prepare myself. D-Day was a month. D-Day.
D-Day.
Funny.
Was a month ago. It felt like my husband and his colleague were in their right element from the get-go, and they seemed like they got the hang of it.
Hold on, let me
My
make sure
husband
y'all
and his
hear this
colleague
story.
Funny.
A month ago. It felt like my husband and his colleague were in their right element from the get-go, and they seemed like they got the hang of it.
Okay.
I was very
shit.
reserved, and I actually didn't know what to do. No amount of reading could have prepared me for what to do. The husband, however, noticed that I was really shy, and he started to make me comfortable. He just started to compliment me and tell me how beautiful I was. By then, I was ready to rid myself of the embarrassment and just enjoy it. By the end, I noticed that both my husband and his colleague were irritated.
Oh no.
That's what y'all do.
Let's keep listening, man.
From what I understood before everything, it was supposed to be a whole evening/night thing. But my husband just told them that we were leaving, and we left after one session, kind of.
Shit.
Oh no. Listen. Yo.
Hey, shout out to Chisel Zed, man. He funny as hell, man. All my African bros on YouTube and shit. You know what I'm saying? It's good to know I ain't the only one on here to smile and show every last one of my damn teeth and shit. But nah, it's funny as hell though, right? Because this story got sticky. Let me see what Annette say. She said they not swinging, they just want each other's partner bogus. Trying to find a loophole. Man, trying to find a loophole, y'all, is bogus. Want to have y'all cake and eat it too, man. Knowing y'all doing some work wife, work husband shit and y'all married. But y'all just got greedy and reached for the stars. And look what happened. They partners drag their partners into it. Then they partners end up getting into it. Let's go.
This shit's painful. This is painful, man. This is painful for me to go on. Golly.
Not them trying to con their significant others into sleeping together so they could sleep together and then being mad that these people had a connection.
This was a bad night for those two, especially the husband.
Terrible
what
night.
was going on over there? Mercy. Let's keep listening.
I love it. Oh, I'm sorry.
She enjoying
Since
it too
then, my
much.
husband has been upset and unusually quiet. Yeah, his brain is.
Hey, now this is the part that's funny. This is the part of the story that's funny. Did y'all hear what she said? She said since they did what her husband wanted to do, and my question is, how many fake ass, polyamorous, fake ass, I want a boyfriend and a girlfriend, all the type of people. How many people have found themselves in this situation? Because I know, see, it's a certain dynamic. I done lived in a polyamorous situation before, man. Some of you, listen, let me sit down with you niggas and tell you niggas something, man. First of all, some of you niggas ain't enough for two girls. You ain't gonna get the job done, man. You know what I'm saying? It ain't enough, and it ain't enough physically what you think. A lot of people think it's a physical thing. No, y'all ass ain't enough mentally for two girls. Them two girls will run circles around your ass. You know what I'm saying? It ain't easy like that. I talked about it on other shows. It's a dynamic to it. You know what I'm saying? It's a three-way dynamic to it. You have a relationship with each one of them individually most of the time, but it's important for them to develop a relationship with each other that persists when you're not there, but it's based on you though. You know what I mean? Some of y'all ain't ready for that shit. Some of y'all ain't ready for that shit.
In his mother, very distant, even really
Talking
quiet.
about her husband got distant and quiet
since
ever
then,
since
my
they
husband
did
has
it.
been upset and unusually quiet. Yeah, his brain is kicking his mother. Very distant, even when we're intimate. Yeah. Even
Distant
though
when
he
y'all
wants it every
intimate.
day
Oh
now,
no,
and
you can't get
sometimes
his
more than
stroke
once, he's
right. He be
competing
like,
with that man in his head.
Damn.
Oh my
He
God.
watched that man even when we're intimate. Yeah. Even though he wants it every day now, and sometimes more than once, he's competing with that man in his head.
ah, you heard what she said? She said now he just wanna, do it all the time and multiple times a day. And he just still quiet and he just distant. Hey, he must have looked over. They must have got what they wanted, and in his post nut clarity, after he got done with doing whatever he was doing with his coworker, he must have looked over and seen his wife getting lit up. You know what I'm saying? She must have been getting lit the fuck up. Let's go. This story get more painful, y'all.
Damn.
He watched that man do things to his wife that he don't do.
Mercy.
And he
Oh my
is
God.
upset about it.
Listen,
Oh my
listen. I
God.
mean, is that even your wife anymore?
Oh my God.
Is that your wife anymore? Take back the ring, bro.
It's
It's over.
hoe now,
I couldn't.
man.
Hey, some people like
He
the
breached her.
swinger shit. You know, some people really are into this.
He breached
Obviously,
her.
when she looked his way, it was the sponsor of today's video.
In the past, with SP only other satisfaction.
I'm gonna have a sponsor soon, y'all. I'm halfway close to being able to monetize my channel and be a YouTube
All right, guys, welcome
partner,
back.
so
Let's get
shout
back
out
into
to
That's
that.
what he get. He asked me what the man was whispering. That's what he get. He
Shit.
asked me what the man was whispering that made me so
Oh no! So dude was hitting your wife, black, and he was talking in her ear. He was whispering in her ear, black, pop. He was putting the works on your wife, bruh. He was putting the works on your wife. Let me see. He said exactly. He is competing so she won't leave for that other D. Man, what Soldier Slim say? That outside, that outside D got her sick. He is in his head. Listen, in his head, he ain't when he hitting his wife now. He ain't getting no pleasure, nothing out of it, no enjoyment, no nothing. He like the machine thinking about the other dude, like. Then after he nut, he feel worse, like dog, your wife got slapped out. She got slapped and clapped out, and he was whispering in her ear. Listen, I'm gonna tell you this: when we at the swinger party, and I'm there with my H word, and we swinging. Listen, don't be whispering in her ear, bruh. Okay, you can hit my wife if we at the swinger party. Go ahead, hit my wife, right? Cause that's what we here for. But ain't nobody tell you to whisper in her ear, bruh. All that. You trying to get in her head, bruh. You know? It's wrong, man. It's wrong.
Man, and check out some of these comments.
was what the man was whispering that made me so happy. And if I had a good time, I had the best time of my life, baby. We should do it again.
Damn.
I'm so glad you suggested this. We should do it again. I actually called. You know what? Where's my phone?
Oh my
Where's my
God.
phone? I said that I did my best to please him, and yes, that I enjoyed it. Did you expect me not to? Like, genuinely, did you?
Imagine your wife telling you that she did her
best to please
Imagine
somebody.
your wife telling you, I did my best to please.
That's so dirty. Oh, that sounds so dirty. Coming from your wife that you done basically laid out for another man, or because you wanted a chick. You know what I'm saying? Because you wanted another chick, but you was too weak to go for that shit and just wanted too much, got greedy, you know?
Please that man. Gosh.
Ugh, that's hard.
I have to. I can only do this sparingly, but you know, some of you know what I'm about to do right now.
This coffee smells like shit.
This coffee smells like shit. Let's keep listening.
You expect me not to for the sake of your ego? I had a good time, but it was all for him. If it was up to me, that I would have never even suggested this to begin with. He insisted that I ignored him during, but I didn't. He was just busy with her.
Nah, she ignored that man. He was balls deep. Her mind was gone. She ignored that man. They had to wake him up from a trance. Like, hey, guys, get. We're here too. Let's keep watching.
And they both joined us after a while.
So the husband said his problem was they ignored him when his wife was getting clapped out from the back. Look, his wife was getting hit from the back like a train wreck. You know what I'm saying? Douche. She was getting crashed out, right? And he looked over. He was already done. He was already feeling guilty. He couldn't get his stroke right because he wanted his wife to be into it and be a little bit nervous about it, but he wanted to be the one running the shit and be the one taking control with the coworker, right? And then thought it was gonna be like, oh, him taking control, him having his wife, him having the coworker. You know what I'm saying? He had it all envisioned in his head. But when he got to doing what he was doing with the coworker, and other dude got to working on his wife over there, ah, man, trust me, he couldn't get his stroke right. He was looking over. He was trying to hit his wife, right? He was trying to hit his wife, but he was looking over. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't what he wanted it to be. Then he finally got his little nut off, reluctantly looked over, and what was his wife doing? She was still getting hit. Blah, 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 blah. He was clapping her out. He was switching speeds. He had one leg up in the air at one point. God. Then he flipped her over. You know what I'm saying? Blah, blah, blah. Clapped her out. He was going crazy on dude's wife. And he was just sitting there. He couldn't do nothing. Crazy because he asked for it.
We're here too. Let's keep watching.
And they both joined us after a while. Worst of all, he keeps asking if the husband was better than him.
Damn.
It's
hell no.
mental up. If he made me feel
up.
better,
His head
and no
messed
answer
up.
is ever good enough. Oh, I am enjoying this too much. The worst part is the abusive text I get from the colleague. Oh, beat up. Get beat up. Calling me old and ugly and desperate for attention. That I ruined her marriage. I told my husband about the text, and he said that she had the right in feeling that way because her husband and I ignored them like they weren't even there.
Wow. So not only is the husband salty and shit, but the other lady salty too. Ah, she must have looked over and was like, hold on, man. I thought you said your wife wasn't like this or like that. My husband over there, man, digging her out. And now when they come back, when they go, I could only imagine how it is going back to their marriage because the wife initiated it on his end, right? So on the other dude end, the wife initiated. So imagine that going back to your marriage, your regular marriage after that shit happened, right? And you done tore this man wife up. You know what I'm saying? You done beat his queen down. You know what I'm saying? Beat on his queen. And now y'all sitting there, you and your wife, you know what I'm saying? And she done got poked out by this dude. They had this weak ass sex, you know what I'm saying? And got mad at y'all for got mad at you and the other lady. And now she trying to say that her marriage is over and all that shit. Dude ain't hitting that shit how he was hitting old girl. And on top of that, he not looking at his wife the same because he looking at it like, man, he looking at it like you wanted to do some shit with another man. And now you mad at me because the sex with dude was weak. And you wanted me to hit you the way I was hitting this chick, but I don't even feel the same way about you like that no more. Cause you sat up and I had to do that. Cause you had, you know what I'm saying? You want to fuck off with this dude. You know, so he ain't looking at his wife the same. I bet you he using that. I bet you he using the fact he broke her work husband's wife off as big leverage around the house. Like, man, you at work. You wanted to run around with that weak ass nigga. I broke his wife off and I don't even want your ass no more. And she probably around there like, babe, let's go to bed, babe. And he like, man, you a hoe. You a work hoe. I bet, listen, I'm telling you, I'll be rubbing that shit all the way in. You know what I'm saying? The fact, I know she's salty, right? And they say, can't blame nobody but yourself for getting in that position anyway. That type of lifestyle, there's no rules, and yes, y'all agree upon set rules, but I bet they didn't. Nope, he thought he was just gonna try to dictate everything. He thought it was gonna be all like new and scary to her, but nah, she fell right in and fell on the D.
That we were so consumed by each other, there was nothing around us. His words, not mine.
Mercy.
Wow, listen to what the
So
husband
consumed,
said.
and I.
Listen to what
he
the
said
husband
that
said.
she had the right in feeling that way because her husband and I ignored them like they weren't even there.
Wow.
That we were so consumed by each other, there was nothing around us. His words, not mine.
Mercy.
That we forgot it was supposed.
That's harsh. Hey, so he's saying he looked over and seen his wife having a D'Angelo moment. Or no, that's Maxwell. This woman's work. He looked over and seen them looking into each other's eyes. He wasn't even stroking the wife out. He wasn't even beating her up. Plop, plop. He was holding her back of her head. You know what I'm saying? Giving her and looking in her eyes and shit. You know what I'm saying? And he looked over. He was done. He skeeted his little, you know what I'm saying? And then he looked over. Dog over there having a moment with your wife. Dog said it looked like they was ignoring him and they was in a trance and nothing else existed around him. His words, not hers. Oh, that man hurt. That man is hurt. Whatever he seen hurt him.
That we forgot it was supposed to be. There was nothing around us. His words, not mine.
Mercy.
That we forgot
seen
it was
hurt
supposed to be
him.
all four of us together. I don't know what to do now. I don't know the rules, and I just acted on my natural feelings. I didn't find anywhere either that there were rules in this game. I'm grateful that the husband was sweet and comforting. I felt safe with him, and I thought this is how it was supposed to be. I feel safe and enjoy the experience.
I know, right?
If I had done anything wrong, just tell me so I can make it right with
mad.
my husband and even with his colleague.
Oh, it's
I'm
over.
enjoying this man's misery way too much. But like, honestly, like, did they really just expect you guys to do nothing? So like, OP in the
part of them
comments
did.
said that
They didn't think
the
it through.
colleague and the husband were super comfortable. Like they had a couple drinks and immediately went at it.
Yep.
You know?
They had it already. The colleague and the husband, they knew what they wanted to go on in their head and they had their part planned out, but they wasn't anticipating the side effect, which was y'all two partners got to get together, and y'all wasn't anticipating them having better sex than y'all did.
And that the only time her husband even initiated anything to her was to pull her to him while he was making out with the colleague. Like, the husband wanted to have his cake and eat it too. Like, that's really what it was.
That's it.
I
That's
want to
all.
be with her, so it's not cheating, but I really don't want him to touch my wife.
Right.
And when it happened, both these clowns over here that just wanted to not cheat got mad. How do you like
Right.
it? How do you like it? Don't like it, huh?
Oh man, as a
Man, oh, that's so bad. That's so harsh. Oh my God. Listen, don't be out here having these threesomes. Don't be out here having these threesomes, foursomes, all that. And you know you're not ready for it. You know you're not ready for it. Don't do it. A lot of people think, you know, it look good, and a lot of times, yeah, it's just based in people wanting they cake and eating it too. You got a girl, and it ain't nothing wrong with your girl. Your girl good. She could be a freak and all that, but you still messing with this other girl. You know what I'm saying? Or you got this other woman you around, y'all flirting, all this and that. Y'all get to talking like whatever. Think, okay, I'm just gonna try to pull this bold move. Man, these are calculated risks you taking. Cause yeah, you could risk like, okay, I'm just gonna try to keep both of them per se. You know what I'm saying? But man, everything really what they say is this, that's your, like, that's your ego, that's your pride and your ego. And like the saying say, pride come before the fall. You know what I'm saying? You are real prideful right before the fall. You have to be humble. You have to be grateful for the things you got. And he wasn't grateful for his wife he had, and somebody started beating his queen down right in front of him. Doop, wrecking her. You know what I'm saying? And he couldn't do nothing about it, but it was partly his fault. He opened the doors for it because of the greed. He had a girl, he wanted another one. You know what I'm saying? It's too much. You want it all. And speaking of greed, that's what lead us into this next clip. We got a 19-year-old girl, and y'all know how people still like scam off of credit cards, right? This girl, she is scammiana. She scammed $1 million from work. Let me see what the next say. She say, the type of lifestyle is not for the weak. You have to be strong. Yeah, it ain't even, it's like, when that I look at it like this, it ain't so much a weak, strong thing. I like to use the words that a pimp said. You ain't got the stomach for this shit. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people ain't got the stomach for it. They think that they could do it. They think it's gonna be easy. They think it's gonna be some type of adventure, and it's their emotions is too caught up in it. You know what I mean? And it's not to say that you can't have no emotions, but the main emotion you gotta have is understanding, and you gotta have you know what I'm saying? You gotta know what you're getting into. But a lot of folks don't got the stomach for that shit, man. They think they do, but when it's all going down, they get that belly ache like dude did. He thought it was all good, and he got that belly ache soon as he seen his wife getting, man, mollywopped out there, you know what I'm saying? So that's that. But this next girl, like I said, man, she was being greedy, stole this damn money, not just a little bit either. A lot of that shit.
Guys, I'm Jado Black. Shout out to everybody tuning in. I want to talk about this heifer here by the name of Ariel Foster. She's 19 years old. She was at I don't know if she's still there or not, at the University of LaSalle. And she was accused of stealing nearly $1 million in a credit card scam. She pled not guilty, and she was released on $1,000 bail. You know what's funny? I have seen people get jailed for less. No. And this is your criminal justice system. This is your criminal justice system at work. Is that you have men who are sitting behind bars right now with no bail because they were scamming women on dating apps. This woman stole all this money, 19-year-old. She's a woman. And she get $1,000 bail. And I bet you she may not even spend no time in jail. Because again, the system that we have today, it does not punish women for doing things like this, but they will punish a man for doing these things.
Facts.
All right. Now, what helps her is the fact that she's a 19-year-old female, and they probably feel like she has her whole life ahead of her, so they don't want to punish her too harshly. Now, maybe she's definitely gonna, be back in court, but I just don't see if you're releasing her on $1,000 bail.
She stole $1 million.
How you're going, there's really not going to be any punishment here. You see, females like this, like Ariel, have probably gotten away with a lot of theft because this wasn't her first rodeo. This woman has probably,
that much money.
She has probably stolen money from a lot of people. She's probably stolen from stores. She's never gotten caught or held accountable. This is why she was so brazen to do something like
people
this.
That's bold enough to steal.
And that's what we have in society. We have
like
a lot of brazen heifers who are able to do these things and get away with it. Now, I'm going to take a look at this article from CBS News, and I'm going to read some of the excerpts here. One, they said she's a 19-year-old female, again from LaSalle University. She was accused of stealing almost $1 million in a credit card scam, and she was arraigned on a larceny charge and had $1,000 bail. Investigators initially said that she refunded a total of $547,000 in 8 transactions at her job.
Listen to this.
A jewelry store in a Burlington mall last month, but Burlington police said the transactions were fake.
Wow.
And that she marked the items up in price, returned them for the original price, and put the difference on her credit card.
So even when she called herself returning $500,000 worth of shit, even during the return, she stole money. She marked the price of them up, returned them, put the difference on her credit card. That shit is crazy. $500,000 worth of shit. And she running around looking like this. You know what I'm saying? Just running around, just looking like this. Just looking like a Lego head criminal. You know what I'm saying? With that Lego shaped head and shit. Running around stealing shit. Hold on, let's do this because it's all evil. Put some horns on her. She evil. She taking money out here. She taking people money. Nah, you can't trust this hoe. She evil. She taking money from people. But, you know, I digress. Let me get out of my Zoom at playing games and shit.
You know, she has intelligence. A lot of these people who do stuff like this have intelligence.
She a criminal.
And again, this ain't her first rodeo. She's probably done things like this a lot.
Look, she done stole.
The authorities also said she spent over $5,000 on a Louis Vuitton purse, of course, $5,000 on a Delta Airlines ticket, and $20,000 for a hotel in Maui, Hawaii. Wow. All for herself. I don't know if she helped book with others. I don't know. She then went and bought a Tesla for $35,000.
Wow.
And during her arraignment, the prosecutor revealed new information saying that Foster tampered with the security cameras.
Look, this was
Lord, we have a criminal. Listen, she is near punishment on her because this woman has the mind of one of these criminals that you see on these television shows that they tell you about, right?
Like Jordan Peterson.
I have no doubt they're gonna make a movie about this. But the fact that she was tampering with the security cameras.
My daughter is 19 years old. I couldn't imagine my 19-year-old daughter tampering with security cameras, stealing money, replacing transaction records and returning stolen goods marked up. Like, man, this hoe either she just a natural born criminal or she been doing this shit for a while, or it's just like some people just dishonest as fuck. And it be these chicks with little glasses and shit like this. She actually look with that forehead and them glasses. She remind me of one of my girlfriends who also was somebody's wife. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, she probably a liar. Ain't nothing in that forehead but lies. Let me see. Let me get a good look at that forehead. Yep, ain't nothing in it. Ain't nothing in it but lies. Beautiful lies. Let me see. Lies right here, right in her forehead. That's all it is in this. Light-skinned girls' foreheads, just full of lies. Let's go.
Maybe she been watching too much TV. When investigators started digging more, prosecutors said they found the fraud happened in even more dates than they originally thought.
Wow.
So when they started at the $500,000 larceny accusation, nearly doubled to almost $1 million. And police told
they thought
a local radio station Thursday. That's when this was written.
But she really
that Foster got loose with her work and rang up an order for women. Of course, let me tell you something. When you're dealing with women never have enough. They're always going to go for more. They're always going to do it. There's a chance that she could have gotten away with this. But because she was so greedy, like most Western women, she decided that she just couldn't leave well enough alone. And she went for more money.
She stole money to
but
get
they
shit
said
like
it never cleared it out.
Like that.
And it said a co-worker saw the amount and notified police. It said officers also searched Foster's home in Boston and her dorm room at LaSalle in Newton. She was arrested on campus and later set free on bail. Police seized the Tesla. It's not clear yet how much of the money they will be able to recover. Investigators said customers were never involved and Foster acted alone. And according to court documents, Foster eventually admitted the scam in an interview with investigators and apologized. Of course. LaSalle police disclosed to Burlington police
Stole
that
a
she
million.
had been the subject of investigations and similar credit card fraud to pay tuition, the document said. So again,
So
she's
been
getting
doing
away
that shit.
with
She been a scammer. They keep letting her go.
The judge ordered Foster to stay away from the store, the mall, and all employees there. Foster, who runs track at LaSalle, is charged with larceny over $1,200 and is found. If found guilty, she could spend up to 5 years in state prison.
Damn.
Now she's also due back in pretrial hearing on May 5th. She needs to spend that 5 years in jail. She needs to learn a lesson because I'm telling you right now, if you give her a slap on the wrist, she's gonna do it again.
Maybe not.
She's gonna become a scammer. She's gonna graduate into an elite scammer.
You know what I'm saying? I think they should hit her with about a year.
I would say she's at the
because she definitely did some major shit. And but okay, if I gotta go, shout out to Jada Black. Like, if I gotta go off of what he said, he say that she a elite scammer, and if she don't learn her lesson, basically she gonna be yellow beezy. Oh my God, back at it again. She gonna be right back at it, right? So I don't know, man. I feel like 5 years. 5 years is a lot, though. Maybe give her, you know what? Put the pressure on her. Give her like a year in and like 4 years on paper. That's what they should do. That's how they should do it. Because 5 years in, that's a lot, and she ain't did nothing violent. It ain't a violent crime, so leave that cell for some of these niggas out here, you know what I'm saying, doing some more violent shit.
I think she's advanced beyond her years when it comes to scamming.
She is.
But if you give her a slap on the wrist, she's going to do it again.
Well, then
she's going to do it again. She is going to scam other people again. And
put it on probation. That way, if she do that shit again, put the pressure on her to be honest.
Always.
And then if she not,
well, spend time in jail first. And once she's out, she is mandated to pay every dime that hasn't been repaid back from that store. She has to pay that back. She has to find a way to pay that money back. Her credit, it needs to be on her credit as well.
Yeah, that's
so she's never able to get nothing in her name, and she needs to be red flagged. They need to red flag her no matter where she goes and works, because I'm pretty sure she may try to change her name. Because I mean, this female is advanced in her scamming already. Just imagine where she's gonna be when she's 25. Just imagine how much of a scammer she's gonna be when she's 30. I mean, she's already figured out certain elements of scamming. It's almost as if she studied from the best. It's almost like she's been mentored by the scammer elite. Okay, she's on her way to becoming the elite of the elite when it comes to scamming. She's right there. She has all the tools to make a great scammer. And that's exactly why they need to make sure that they're able to monitor this female. Now, I'm not all for big government, monitoring civilians, but this is one civilian that needs to be monitored. This woman stole all this money from the store with no remorse. The only remorse she had is when she got caught. A person like that.
It's crazy though. It is tripped out. She stole a lot of shit. $1 million worth of stuff. Like, y'all got to think about it like this. A Tesla is $35,000. That ain't even close to spending the money that she had. She bought a plane ticket, $5,000, coach bag, $5,000. But they said she ran up $1 million plus. So man, she had to be doing some major shit, or either I hope she put some money up, I hope she did something with that shit, because she fucked up and she gonna be playing that shit back for the rest of her life. And she was already in college and shit. Like Annette said, crazy. She in college too. Make you think if she put all that initiative in the school, she could be making millions. Exactly. All that brain power, all that mental capacity, and you using it. You know what I'm saying? All that forehead power and shit. You know what I'm saying? And using that shit for this, it's like, it's crazy, man. It don't make sense. But like I said, well, on the surface, it don't make sense, but it's greed. The thing about people that's greed, when people get away with shit, what get them caught is the greed. When you get away with something, you are more geeked off of getting away with it than anything. And you know, that make you want to do it again, or make you, yeah, pretty much make you want to do it again. You feel like, oh, I got away with it the first time, oh, I could do it again the second time. And not only that, but if you gonna do it again, you gonna try to do it to a larger extent, to a larger degree, to a more, you know, a wider range and all that shit, right? So I kind of see in that regard of what he's saying about you know, her not getting a second chance or not getting a slap on the wrist. But now getting caught, you know, is really something that it should humble you. But I mean, y'all see, she got caught. She said, okay, I'm going to return the stuff, $500,000 worth of stuff. She marked it all up and returned it. So it ain't no telling how much she actually made out the return. You know what I'm saying? And she might have did something the way this whole sound. She might do something like, okay, I returned the stuff, but hey, here I could sell you these receipts, and you could just go get the stuff off of the shelf again and walk out with it, because you know everything got the same barcode. That's the same product, so one receipt could work for any product. You know what I'm saying? All the receipt is a point of sale record, like that prove that, okay, this item was sold at this time at this point. But if you got the item and you make it out the store with it, you know what I'm saying? And I don't know nothing, like, I know about this, but I don't take advantage of this because I ain't no fucking thief. But you could take a receipt, like if I had the receipt for my big screen TV, if I'm able to get back into the store and get another big screen TV the same and get it out of there, and they, you know, and I show them my receipt, it could count for me having the receipt. You know what I'm saying? And Nets just say some real shit. Shout out to her. She said stealing is a habit, like smoking and drinking. Damn, that's deep. That shit is deep, because I've never been a thief, but I've never understood why people take shit, and people that take shit just won't just, ain't it easier rather than risking your neck, getting beat like you stole something, to just work for it? But she said, Annette say stealing is a habit, and that make perfect sense. Knowing the thieves I know, you know what I'm saying? I know a girl that we went to school with, and that I think her name was like Tasha Cooper or something like that. She used to be in church singing all that, but little did I know, but a bunch of her friends know, like, she was like a kleptomaniac, meaning, you know, she steal shit. And she was you know, she was stealing stuff. Like, she was known for it. Like, they would go to the mall and she would steal. And what's crazy is the way the girl looked, you would never suspect it from her. So that's probably where a lot of her success came from, looking real unassuming. You say you know her too? Yeah, and I don't know if you knew that, but nobody never knew. And like, no, none of us would have known. Only her close friends knew that. I never knew she was a big thief like that. I thought she was in the choir and everything, but shit, man, master thief, worked on her image. It was a long setup. She set everybody up to think she was a church girl. She could have stole from any one of us. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, it's important to take account of people or who they are. And, you know, sometimes you even got to give people a reality check, or you got to have one yourself. And that brings me to my next clip, because, you know, they say that, you know, Kevin Samuels, right? They say you only get on women, but check this out.
You're not the dominant alpha male or the super select guy. The only way you're going to end up becoming pre-select is by approaching women.
So women can tell I'm not getting no play?
Anybody, all 462 people in the chat room can tell you ain't getting no play. That's the energy you're getting. Because you're a guy that said you don't think you should have to approach women. They should give you choosing signals. Where would you rank yourself on a scale from 1 to 10? How tall are you?
I'm 5'10".
5'10". How much do you weigh?
Same questions he asked the women.
I weigh about.
Listen to that pause.
5'10".
5'10". How much do you weigh?
I weigh about.
To what?
Depending on the day, between 280 285.
So you're a fat.
Yeah.
Listen, you can say what you want, but I will always have respect for Kevin Samuels.
He said, so you a fat fuck. Like, dude checking dude, because basically the dude was like, I shouldn't have to approach no women. They should be giving me signals. And Kevin Samuel said, in order to get them signals and women just to be giving you them signals and you to be pre-selected, you got to be in this certain percentage of men. And so he busting dude down like, where do you stand at in that group of men that women are just automatically predisposed to like? And this dude say he like 5'10", almost 300 pounds. My nigga, you is not, women are not finna be giving you no fucking choosing signals and shit. You gonna have to wobble your ass up to them and talk to them. Look, I'm 5'10". I weighed myself in the gym yesterday. I'm 3 pounds off from 180. I'm like 177. Not too much fat, mostly all muscle and shit, right? And I'm like 5'10". Maybe even 5'11". You know what I'm saying? So he 5'10", and he talking about he weigh 100 pounds more than me, 100 plus pounds more than me. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. I'm pretty sure that shit all up in here. And you know what I'm saying? All up in that nigga gut. And he talking about women need to be sending them some choosing signals. But you know, Kevin Samuel straightened them right out the same way he would have did any of the women that hop on there being delusional. And that's one thing, one side of Kevin Samuels that a lot of people don't see. And they profess not to see or whatever. But he do that shit though. He get on everybody top to try to, you know, get his point across or whatnot. It's just about being real and making people take a real account of themselves. And, you know, in all three of these clips today, that's what people didn't do, man. They ain't really look deep. Like, who the fuck am I really? You know what I'm saying? You out here, your wife getting clapped out. You know what I'm saying? You out here in college making a future for yourself, but stealing millions of dollars and shit. Or you out here, you know what I'm saying, running around looking like the Michelin Man talking about you need to get some choosing signals. But we got to be real with ourselves, man. And, you know, I appreciate y'all checking out the show today. Shout out to Annette, you know, keeping me company today. I see we had a slow day today and shit, but it's all good. I like it. Yeah, you know, clips was good. My birthday is on Saturday. I might do something for my birthday or something. We gonna see. But yeah, man, I appreciate y'all checking me out on this Taco Tuesday. No tacos over here though, shit. But yeah, that's all I got for y'all today. And yeah, until tomorrow, I'm out of here, y'all. Later.